Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for mid-October right through to mid-November 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pertain to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, so let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their career sector? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of regarding their financial situation at this time? The next 6 weeks and the trajectory that they're on, please. If you could please guide them for their highest good. What are they meant to see? Well, the first card there is passion. Then we have connection, biome. So, of course, you're leading with your passion, and it is hard to do whatever it is that you're doing, but I feel like you're following your heart. Your heart knows the way, and I feel there is some changes in and around the way that you work or whatever it is that you're doing at this time. And I feel that there is going to be some sort of task, goal, or responsibility that you're connected to right now that's going to be very fulfilling, but at the same time, I feel like you complete it quite quickly. You actually complete it quicker than you thought you would. So whatever it is that you're in the mix of doing right now, I feel like you free up some time for yourself. I definitely see that you're being very productive, and I am being given a specific message as well about your eyes, okay? Of course, because we have the eye there, but there's so much water. So I can indicate with this energy that's coming through that some of you getting an eye check because of, you know, computer screens, or perhaps you have like a checkup for a prescription. I mean, look, there's another card there highlighting eyes. So I feel this is about you stepping away for a little bit from screens. Okay, so if you work with a laptop, computer, or whatever it is that you do, if you strain your eyes, or, you know, you're always searching for something online, I would say make sure you get good quality time away from that screen. I don't see anything untoward here, okay? But I feel it's giving me a very strong message that, you know, some of you may literally have an eye test. If you work for a company, there could be like a free eye test offered, or perhaps there's going to be some sort of incentive to get an eye test. For some of you, it could be that you're training to be like a pilot, for example, and you have to go for a checkup just to see if your eyesight is like 20/20 or something. But for the majority of you, I feel it's a message about screen time, okay? I feel it's more that take good quality breaks away from the screen, okay? That's what I'm seeing there. But we will go a little bit deeper, of course, but that's a main message that's coming out there. Some of you may just literally have like a routine checkup for your prescription if you wear glasses, for example. So it is coming out strong, but I will leave that there. Let's get straight to your energy. A lot of swords here for you. So a lot of strategizing, a lot of deep thinking about your career. I feel like you're super organized, or having to be, because things have been a little bit busy recently. We've got the Emperor energy. Now, interesting, I'm actually seeing in the water, before I even start your reading, I'm seeing an empty chair, but on that empty chair is a crown. Okay, random, I know. Symbolically, this could mean that there is a new role or a new status laid out for you. I mean, crowns tend to represent, remember your sovereignty, your power in a situation. Could also, I mean, connect to perhaps the Emperor energy. Some of you may be launching a business, or If you have a business, you could be hiring at this time. I really feel there's an energy as well. If you work for a company, there's an important figure who is leaving, and this will kind of like change the way that the operation works. Okay, so if you work for a company, I feel there's some sort of restructure going on. There's someone here who has been with the company for a long time. They're leaving, but I feel this kind of opens up opportunities for you to really shine. So this could mean that, you know, there's a bit of a reshuffle and there's a promotion there for you. I definitely see promotion vibes if you work in a company, but if you are an independent and you work for yourself, I see here that your business is gaining traction. There's more attention on your business over the next 6 weeks. I feel like you are going to be very busy, so make sure you get good quality rest. But some of you are trying to either diversify or think of something for the future. I mean, a lot of you may be thinking about 401ks right now, thinking about your plans to retire for some of you, and I feel like you're, you know, on a trajectory to meet your targets and goals. But also I feel there's this energy of wanting to implement either a new strategy, a new project, a new idea, or a new way of working, and you're investigating it right now. But looking at the energy, I feel like you're very close to launching this thing, or you're very close to having all the information or all that you need in order to take things to the next level. Now, the majority of you looking at the cards, I feel like you're going to be super productive. I feel like you're going to be very focused. I feel a lot of you want to protect your mental peace and your, you know, your sovereignty. I feel there's an energy here of making sure there's no distractions over the next coming weeks because there's something you really need to focus on. I mean, when you get this card, of course, it means that you put your whole heart and soul into everything that you do. This is like an outpouring of your creative talents, your expression, and I feel this is about you leading with your passion. You're being encouraged right now to express yourself, and you're in the mode of creativity. So I really feel this is a great time for you to have lots of new ideas. I feel like you're being very organized, and I mean, this is number 14. So I feel 14, of course, is the Temperance card, which means you're blending your skill set in order to create something new. You may be re-examining priorities at this time in your life in order to change a way of doing something. Some of you may be actually contemplating a move or leaving something that you feel you've run its course. You've got to a certain level and you may feel that, you know, you're very curious about something new or a new path. It almost feels like a spin-off. So you can migrate skills if you're deciding to leave a position to go elsewhere. Now, I have to honor everybody who's come to this reading and you're currently out of work looking for a new role. If you've been made redundant, for example, or left an environment because it was toxic, or you just got to the end of your contract, or you know, you lost your job in some way. If you're looking for a new role, I see you've been looking for a while, and some of you are feeling a little bit anxious because Two of Swords is like you're doing everything you can, but you're feeling things are at a stalemate right now. And that Page of Swords, there is news coming towards you of a new role, something that feels very investigative, something that helps you be in charge in some way, because what I'm seeing is it almost feels like you're curious about a certain role and you may think about going for it. It feels like a starting position, but you've actually got a lot of experience. However, there's a new role that comes in and it has greater status. And it really allows you to shine and really establish yourself in this role. So I feel, of course, it's a no-brainer. You're going to take the one where you are moving up the ladder. There's more money attached to this. There's more responsibility, more work. But I feel like you are actually really happy with that. It's almost like a dream job opportunity. So I see two things coming your way. One, of course, is greater than the other. But the other one, it's not to be, you know, sniffed at. I feel like you are actually curious about where it could lead. But I also feel like there is a role that kind of outshines it that comes your way, okay? Now, this card, it says the soul, passion, and of course, this is a card that indicates you have that spark, okay? You are creative. I feel right now you're considering your motivations carefully, what's important to you. I feel also you're looking at where there is resistance in your career. So if you feel like you've hit a plateau or some sort of level, whether you are, in a job right now or not, I feel like you're looking at what next. What are the next steps? Because I feel like, you've come as far as you can to some degree, and now you're looking for a challenge in a positive way. And, this card can also indicate that we all have more than one purpose in life. And that's what makes life exciting, So I feel like you are really contemplating something that makes you feel really passionate and alive, something that gives you that spark. A lot of you, this could be like either a second stream of income, or it could be that you're thinking of launching your own business or something that you're creatively really good at on the side here, because the Two of Swords is a card of duality. So it can mean that there's two things in the mix right now, and it's hard to prioritize because both are really important to you, but at the same time you don't want to spread yourself too thin. So I feel some of you, there is something that you're really passionate about, but you may not have been able to give the time that you really want to that endeavor, but you will over the next 6 weeks, okay? So this is about expressing yourself, letting it flow. But for some of you, this could be an actual appraisal. If you work in a company, whenever you get a Queen of Swords energy, it can be that you're going to have a meeting with a person where you can really express how the role is going, what you expect for the future, what you're hoping to happen. I see a lot of you wanting to flourish and thrive in your industry, whatever industry that is in. It doesn't have to mean that you want to stay in the same company, but with the butterflies here, it means you want some sort of change. So you may be asking a boss, for example, how are they going to invest in you so that you remain in your position? You may want to take new courses of learning, for example, new skill set with that Page of Swords. You could be, wanting to learn new skills in order to open new pay grades for yourself there. And for a lot of you, it could be that, because I see some of you like getting some news where you leave something in order to take another position. So that could be that either you're in this company and you are in a certain role, okay, and then suddenly Page of Swords news comes in that you're quite curious about, and it leads you to, well, I want to show you the Ten of Swords first, because that means you're leaving something for a new start. And the Emperor energy can indicate that, you're going to a higher status role that pays more money, but there is more work and more responsibility there. It's a pretty serious role, whatever this role is, but you're going to shine at it. You're going to be so awesome. There's a lot of success around you right now. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're utilizing your skill set to investigate new ways of doing something, and something that you're passionate about that perhaps you haven't been able to find all the information on. It could be a strategy, could be a way of structuring your finances or your company, for example. It feels like you've been a little bit on hold or in pause, but you're utilizing other skill sets. So what I mean by that is, whenever you take away with the blindfold there, it's like something that perhaps you cannot see right now, you may find through other means. I feel there's almost like a, ear to the ground, you hear it on the grapevine. So you may not be searching for a piece of information because you tried to search but you couldn't find it, and then suddenly it pops up on a reel or in a video, or maybe a friend tells you about it. So I feel like information that you have required for quite some time is actually going to come to you in the next 6 weeks, and it unlocks something which gives you a lot of power in your situation. So if you're an entrepreneur, I feel a lot of you are getting organized for a certain season. I feel there's seasonal work energy here. I feel a lot of you, things are going to pick up pace at the end of, I would say end of October into December, really. I feel there's buzz around your career, so things are going to pick up pace. And with that Two of Swords, it's almost like you're readying yourself, okay? I feel like you don't want any distractions because you are so focused. Whether you're in like an entrepreneurship or whether you work for a company, I feel this is about you kind of like protecting your inner peace so that you can prioritize the most important tasks and responsibilities, because I feel like you're going to be very goal-oriented and you're going to reach those goals as well. Now, of course, the Two of Swords can indicate that something feels stuck, okay? This is to take a break in order to consider your options. So I feel like whenever you take this card as a protagonist energy, you've decided to just pause momentarily to think something through. So I feel like you will have a choice about, should you stay in a position? Should you go? Should you move into a different sector? Because I see a lot of new starts here. And some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have the world biome energy. Some of you may be contemplating like some sort of international links energy or an international move. Some of you may be trying to strategize how can you migrate your business overseas, and you may be trying to find out the structure of how to do that. Because the Emperor is present, I would definitely say get some really good advice from someone who's qualified to set that legal structure up for you if you're trying to, do sort of legal entities and things like that. I feel it would be very beneficial and very successful as well. Also, you have the Star present, which tells me that most of you, the majority energy here, you're going to get some sort of career wish, something that you've been curious about or excited about or almost like manifesting for quite some time. And it's going to free up some energy here. It just feels like, you're in the flow of moving up. Now, we do have that Queen of Swords, so you're very organized on top of all your tasks and responsibilities. Now, on a more localized energy, what I mean by that is something more practical with that Page of Swords there. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Really random. It's like I just heard someone sneeze, okay? So if that's you, bless you, Gesundheit. I know it's so random, but I'm obviously picking up specific energy. Sometimes I get a burst of energy from somebody. So if that was you that sneezed, I'm being given, it's like letting go of something, like getting rid of some old stuck energy. So if you've been feeling unmotivated or exhausted recently because you've been working so hard, Ten of Swords indicates something's run its course, but also you're pretty exhausted with something. And it could be a lot of mental taxation on your mind that you're so sort of like burnt out because of something you've been planning or you've been working super hard. But with that sneeze energy, I feel you've unlocked something. So random, I know. So I've just been given that, but I'm going to move away from that energy because, of course, it's not going to resonate with everyone. But I feel it's symbolic of like releasing something and unlocking something and feeling fresher and lighter. And that's something that's going to occur in your career over the next 6 weeks. But that Queen of Swords energy, this is about, being really honest with yourself, being really precise and focused and compartmentalizing, but also prioritizing all those tasks and responsibilities. But as I was saying, on a more local kind of energy, it could be that you're looking at certain service providers or, contracts that you have that are coming up for review, because I'm feeling a lot of review energy around you. So if you own a business, it could be that you're looking at service providers that you've utilized and perhaps you can find a better deal elsewhere, because I see Ten of Swords, some of you like having a meeting with like a new service provider so that you can get a better deal for what you're paying right now. And you may leave one in order to explore the new one. I feel like you're going to see how it goes. If you work for a company, for example, that could also be like end of year contracts, even though it's like October into November, maybe end of season, or some of you are looking at service providers where their contract is coming up to renewal, shall we say, and you may be like looking at expiry dates and due dates, because I see a lot of you also have like deadlines this month in the next 6 weeks, and you're going to hit those deadlines. I would also say a lot of you may be just getting super organized as well, because you may have a trip booked, some sort of vacation booked, and you want to get all your projects done before you leave on that vacation. Please check your travel documents. For some of you, I'm getting an energy here that you may have missed an expiry date or like a visa date or something. So that's not going to resonate with everyone, of course, but it is coming through. So this is your gentle reminder to check expiry dates and due dates for the country that you're actually traveling to. So your document may be in date right now, but it may be that the country that you're traveling to requires it to be in date for like 6 months after you like being there or something. So random, I know, but that's coming out there as well. And some of you, if you are a personal assistant to someone who has a lot of clout or a lot of power and they're taking business trips, I see a lot of you like renewing passports or visas or, because I'm seeing someone like organizing travel. So either you're doing it on a personal level or you are like an assistant or a PA and you're organizing travel for somebody. I would say go over that travel again. I'm not here to like make you feel anxious or anything, but I feel here that there could be something that needs to be filled in that has the potential to be missed, and you'll have to do it when the person gets to the airport. I'm not sure what that could be. So please look into that. If you can't find anything, then perhaps that doesn't resonate with you. I don't want to create more work for you, my beautiful Gemini, but I'm just seeing that happen. It's not a big deal, but if you are like managing someone who you know, is quite powerful. You know, sometimes they can be quite difficult. For example, I feel they could get a little bit shirty on the day because I feel this person's under a lot of pressure. So I'm just going to move away from the energy and bring it back to you, okay? Now, I do see here that there is someone that you're going to meet in the next coming weeks and months. This is a networking opportunity, okay? You may actually meet this person at a barbecue or a friend's party, or, you know, maybe even in the elevator. It doesn't have to be connected to work, but this person, wherever you meet this person, they are going to be a strong alliance, and you're going to keep in contact with this person, and they are going to open up huge doors for you in the future. But you're not actually keeping in contact with that person because of that. They're actually really fun to be with, but they are a networking opportunity at the same time. So I do see a connection coming in here for you. Now, this card, it also indicates that, you know, you've got a project on the go and you're in the midst of something, so you can't see right now how successful it's going to be. I can tell you right now, with the star energy and the emperor, it is going to be profoundly successful, and you are going to really thrive and elevate. So a lot of you, this could manifest as a promotion, a raise. I'm going to pull some cards on finances for you because you don't have any pentacles here, but I can apply the energy to money, and I feel a lot of you are keeping a tight rein on your finances, keeping an eye on a budget. That Queen of Swords, she is frugal, okay? Even if you have the finances, I feel like you're just keeping an eye on where those dollars, pennies, cents, yen, pounds, whatever it is that you use, okay, in terms of your currency. I feel like you're just keeping an eye on it because you may be saving for some sort of large purchase on a personal level. I feel with the star energy that there is a brighter future to look forward to financially for you, and the Emperor always requires a strict energy when it comes to spending. So I feel you're being really sort of like frugal with your circumstances right now, even though I feel like you have some resources in reserve. No matter how big or small they are, I feel like you're making a little go a long way because you're finding really good deals over the next coming weeks and months. However, I feel like you're not compromising quality. You're still getting what you want, is what I see there. Now, this card, basically, everything you're working on, it is going to come together, okay? So your projects, I feel like you're going to tie up loose ends. Anything you start, you will finish. And there is something that you dip into occasionally. It's like a passion project. You'll pay more attention to it over the next 6 weeks and be very close to completing it, or you'll actually complete it. And you're going to be really proud of yourself that you had the time, or you made the time to be able to do that. Now, of course, the biome can connect to travel. So some of you may also be thinking about relocating your business or thinking about working overseas. And maybe it's just a thought right now because you're very much in a cerebral energy. Swords are all up in the mind. So I feel like you're having lots of wonderful ideas, exploring, being curious about your options, seeing what it is that you truly want and where you want to work right now. Even if you're in a role right now, you're projecting to the future to see what it is that you want to do long term. So I do see that with that Page of Swords here, you are kind of like curious about new focuses or new ways of working or keeping things fresh. You have an incredible mind, okay? And sometimes that mind is swamped or overrun with thoughts. So I feel it's very important to recognize that you could have mental fatigue. You could also experience a period where you feel a little bit clouded, like there's so much going on in your mind that you find it hard to concentrate. And I feel there could also be something that tries to distract you over the next 6 weeks, but I see you like putting like headphones on or finding a quiet space to work so that you are not distracted, because I feel like you're very organized, very focused, and you're in a very serious work mode over the next coming weeks. I also feel like you got a lot on your plate, okay? So I feel like you're crossing off things on your to-do list. You know, the Ten of Swords doesn't always mean that someone has like breached a confidentiality or, you know, hurt you, or something like came to an end that was very difficult. But it could be. It could be that, you know, you had a really hard project to complete or a very difficult client. These two cards can indicate also there's a potential, because there's a lot of pressure here, for someone to say something off the cuff that is not acceptable. And I feel it's not personal, but at the same time, you shouldn't let them away with it. So if there is anyone who's micromanaging you or singling you out or is rude or caustic or just unprofessional. I feel take a document of it, write it down, date, time, what happened, who it was, when, where. And then I see some of you presenting this to HR or a governing body that can actually help you resolve the situation, because the star energy is to heal, resolve a situation. It will be resolved, but I feel you cannot allow this to continue any longer. Okay. Now, the Ten of Swords, as I was saying, doesn't have to be a painful energy. It can literally mean that you are keeping an eye on your to-do list and you're ticking everything off so that you complete everything that you set yourself as a task or responsibility. So you're going to feel really proud of yourself. At the end of the 6 weeks, which is of course the middle of November, you're going to feel a little bit freer in your energy, even though I feel the season for whatever it is that you do will pick up pace, that things will get a little bit faster. But I feel like you're completely in control of that, because it's almost like you're setting yourself up now to be organized for something in preparation. A lot of you, because you have so many swords, words are going to be so awesome for you. You're going to find the right words to communicate what you need in your working environment. Health and safety, for example, good cutoff points, making sure you have healthy boundaries. But also, I feel this is about you being able to express yourself. Some of you may be contemplating writing a course of learning for people to understand what it is that you do. And perhaps some of you may put that online as a course to help people learn, but you can earn at the same time as having that course out there. Because in the energy, I feel this energy of like passive income. Some of you are trying to brainstorm ways to have passive income so that you have something ticking on the side and, being able to free up your time. And some of you, because there's so many swords, this is going to be through the internet. Some of you, it could be through spoken word in the internet, maybe voiceover work. Some of you, it could be writing, okay? Because, it's all about putting pen to paper when you get the Page of Swords. But this is something you've been contemplating for some time. You get it up and running and launched by the end of the 6 weeks. And so many of you are thinking about becoming your own boss. So if you are not your own boss, I feel like you're on the trajectory to make that happen and become an entrepreneur. And some of you are launching something, and it'll become so big that you'll leave the other thing that you're doing if you're doing two things right now, okay? And if you're already a boss, an entrepreneur, I see that, people are going to be attracted to your goods or services, and I feel that it's almost like you're taking stock of things over the next coming weeks and putting things in review, getting everything organized, collating information, and just making sure that you're on target. And with the outer core, fluidity, I feel this is an energy here of you being in the flow, of course. It is number 12. So number 12 is hangman energy, which means you're letting go of something, almost like letting go in order to breathe new life into something else or accept something else. A bit like that sneeze. It's like getting something out so that there's like fresher kind of air there. I feel this is new opportunities manifesting for you, and I feel like you're looking at the sacrifices that you make and the time that you give to it. So I feel like you're being more time efficient and effective in your working environment over the next coming weeks. I see that, you are not having any distractions. I feel also that you're not wasting time, no procrastination here. I also feel that, you're being true blue to your passions, and what you see is what you get. And I feel this is about you, not holding on to old ideas in a rigid way because it's not beneficial for you. I feel like you have a very nimble mind, especially when you get this card. If you have this deck, it actually mentions something, I think, about a nimble mind. So you've got so many swords here, which means you are in a very thoughtful phase, strategizing, thinking of new plans, but you're also going to take action on them because you got the Emperor at the end, which means now I'm ready to launch. Now I'm ready to try. Now the explorative phase is over and I'm ready to take charge. So I definitely see that you are completely in a powerful position. And this chair is showing up again, this empty chair with the crown. It's like there is a place reserved for you at the success table, okay? And however you are working right now, you will sit at that success table and you will thrive, okay, is what I'm seeing there. Now, also, this card, this is about you, like, admitting when something isn't working for you, letting go of that, especially with that Ten of Swords there. If you've completed something or you feel like it's not conducive to your progress, I feel like you may be readjusting the way that you work, or analyzing better ways of doing something. And some of you, this could come in the form of like an appraisal with your boss and say, look, can we outsource this part of the filing system, or find a new computer program or software program that can be more efficient, because it will free up time for me to focus on this client or do something else. So I feel there's like a real honest dialogue happening for you. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could be with the people who work for you, or it could be with yourself. And some of you may even outsource things that perhaps, you know, are administrative tasks that you feel, you know, yes, you'll keep an eye on it, you will govern it, but ultimately you could get someone else to do it, like an assistant or an accountant. And that'll free up more time for you to be creative and passionate about things that you want to be hands-on with, okay? Now, we do have that star energy, recognition for whatever it is that you're doing. This is an indication that there is success swirling around you. I feel some of you have been working really hard, and to the point where you feel unappreciated or that you go unnoticed in some way. But I feel there is a major meeting happening here where you are going to be seen for your skill set. And I feel there is strong energy here that people in high positions are noticing what you're doing. Even if you're an entrepreneur, I feel people in your industry see you as a force to be reckoned with. They see you as strong competition, but they also see you in a vein of respect, where they look at you like you're naturally talented or whatever it is that you do, and that people are drawn to you for your skill set and for your goods or services. So I would say with that star energy that something that you've been working hard towards is coming for you, but also because we have that Two of Swords there, if you've been wrestling with an idea or trying to find a solution for your business, or I mean perhaps you're trying to source things for a client if you work for a company or work for yourself, I feel this is you finding what you're looking for. The star energy is to see something, but it's also to embrace new ideas, find solutions, and be in the flow of, you know, whatever it is that you desire. Remember, on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the star energy is, you know, a figure dipping their toe into the water. And as you can see, you've got this like figure in the water. So I feel it's like no more dipping your toe into something to explore it or check it out. Now you're fully in, you're launching it, and it's going to be freeing, whatever this is. And of course, the Emperor energy is the epitome of success, reaching a certain level or you can't go any further, okay? So I feel there's an energy of establishing yourself at something, being successful. I feel this is about you focusing on tasks and responsibilities, but also I feel a lot of serious energy around you. So I feel some of you could be checking in with making sure that you enjoy what you do and making sure that you create time for you to have fun as well there. The Emperor indicates a lot of money around you as well. So let me just pull some cards there. I feel a lot of you, this could be news that you're about to move into a new role with new status, okay, which of course should come with more money, but let's have a look there. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be that you are seeking advice and finding information in order to diversify or maybe migrate your business in some way or create some sort of financial structure that will benefit you, generational wealth, things like that. But ultimately, I feel it's how can you work smarter, not harder, to free up more time, okay? King of Wands, passion, leading with passion. This is taking charge. This is leadership positions. This is an energy of being inspired and inspiring others as well. So I feel like you're at the top of your game. You really are a pro at what you do. And I feel like you have the ability to negotiate better deals for yourself as well. The Empress, I mean, some of you, the Empress is basically, if I apply it in a single energy, this is an indication that things that you've been passionate about and working on, you know, the fruits of your labor are about to bear fruit. I feel this is a card of prosperity. It is an indication that you will thrive and you will live a comfortable life. You're putting all the hard work in now and you will see that reflected in the outcome. But of course, this could be two people, okay? So it could be that you either are thinking about a partnership. I don't really have any partnership cards here, but because there's two people here, I have to honor that. I mean, there's the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. So I feel, yeah, actually, it's kind of very similar energy. Queen of Swords could connect to the King of Wands there. And of course, the counterpart for the Empress is the Emperor. So it could mean there is some sort of creative collaboration here, especially since you have the connection. I did say that you're going to meet a person who is going to be very important for your career. I mean, if you're in a company right now, it could be someone who works at another company, or it could be a work event that you attend and you meet someone who is in a very hierarchical position in the company that you work for, and this person wants to open doors for you. So please take it as it resonates. Some of you may be launching a business with someone you know and trust. Make sure you have a contract, of course, because I feel that it's important to make sure you're both on the same page. But a lot of you, I'm seeing this energy of someone important leaving. So if you do have a business with somebody, this person may want to leave or branch out on their own. And if that's you, my beautiful Gemini, I also see you going solo and it being very, very successful indeed, because I see you migrating skills. Now, although we didn't get any financial cards there, the Empress energy is the height of abundance. It means prosperity is heading your way for all the hard work. Something that you already have in the mix, it will be, yielding a payoff. Empress energy, when you apply it to a career reading, it means abundance headed your way, promotion, increase in your wealth. Okay, so I feel that there is some really good things happening for you. You've got the card of magnetism there. We've also got exploring your options, which I totally feel like you're doing right now. Everything's in review. Okay. They want those final cards as well. So, and by they, I mean my guides. We have the planning phase. Yes. We have bad gossip. Okay. We're going to tap into that. We got conquering, and we have helpful change, the butterflies. That's why I was drawn, obviously, to the butterflies in the first card there. We have transformation. And it says here, you will navigate through change successfully by allowing the universe to assist you when you need it most. So you're being open, fluid in your thinking. Assistance is on its way, ease and facilitating. Okay. Now we also have conquering, so very successful. This is you being recognized either through a bonus or some sort of pay increase. If you're an entrepreneur, for example, it could be that you are taking stock of what you're earning, and then of course you may be able to give yourself a little bit more of a payout. Maybe it's that, or perhaps you're rewarding yourself with an investment that is going to benefit you further in the future. You're reinvesting in yourself and your business. It says here, victory will be yours. I did mention about the victory or the success table. It says, set your intention and watch it come back to you. Overcoming, victory, and success. Okay. Now, we've got bad gossip. Now, there is like a page of swords here and a 10 of swords. Okay. And those two energies can indicate there's someone in your industry who doesn't want you to be there. Okay. Because they see you as a threat. Of course, I do see the majority energy with the Emperor, people who are in positions of authority. They actually want to see you thrive. People who have established themselves or are comfortable in their talents, they rarely want to knock anyone off the success table because there's always space. Okay, for the right people, there's always space. So it's always the people who want to be somewhere at the top who try to knock other people down because they feel that's the best way to eliminate competition. I do see someone who, with that page of swords there, it can indicate someone who's very immature, someone who, because swords are all about communication, someone who badmouths you occasionally to make themselves look good. So I would just watch out what you say to this person. I actually see you distancing yourself from anything like that. But let me see what the card says. People are gossiping behind your back. It would be wise to be careful with your actions right now. Bad reputation, enemy, bad talk. Keep all your endeavors to yourself at this time. It doesn't mean often that someone wants you to fail, but it can mean that a person wants the success that you're capable of and they don't want to do the work. So they try to highlight someone else in a bad light and just to benefit for themselves. So just watch out for that. We've also got exploring options. Okay, and there's two staircases here. It says explore new opportunities and look into other options that you may not have noticed before. Choices, opportunities, and refocus. So I do see that happening in your next 6 weeks. Refocus, basically strategizing, and I feel there are a couple of opportunities coming towards you, but both staircases, they lead up. Okay, I think I mentioned one is lesser than the other. As you can see, this staircase is not as steep as this one. So I feel another role comes along that's way better and it leads you higher up the chain. So I definitely see that that's something for you. that's occurring. Now we've also got planning phase, taking a step back and planning the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into reality. Strategy, research, plotting, I mean, all of your cards are about that. So it feels like you're in the mix of something right now that's actually going to be truly exciting when you launch it or finalize it. And we've got magnetism. Magnetic opportunities coming towards you. And it says here, a magnetic force surrounds you. You're being given the power to manifest your dreams into reality. Drawing, persuasion, and power. I think I mentioned that you're going to be very articulate and, very persuasive. You're going to be able to negotiate better deals for yourself over the next coming weeks, valuing yourself, but also being diplomatic to find the right words to communicate your needs and also have your needs met. So very exciting there. Okay, we've only got one trinket, I think. Yeah. Okay, and it is TV. Okay, some of you are going to be on TV if that's what you're hoping to be. I mean, the star energy is all about being a star. Okay, so it can also be that you're being watched right now. Okay, that's connected to appraisal energy, or if you have a business, that's about you and your business getting more attention. Okay, so I definitely see that that is happening there. This is the first time that the TV trinket has actually ever come out. So I feel like, yes, you're being watched. Things are being noticed. Also, if you think about a TV, if there's something you don't want to have connected to your business anymore or to your everyday duties, it's like, change the channel, turn it over. I feel like you've got the remote control. You are the navigator of your life. Of course, there are fated plots that we must get to according to our soul contract, but ultimately you're in charge. So I feel like this is you having the TV remote and saying, okay, nope, next. But also I feel this is about you being seen, okay? Promoting your work or having some sort of recognition for your work. And I really see that you are headed towards the top. And keep doing what you're doing because you're awesome at it. You're really talented. It has been difficult, been a bit of a struggle. I can see with that Ten of Swords, things have been challenging. But you're over that phase now and you're moving into a much more rewarding phase for you too. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.